this is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So Luis Ortiz has signed with Al Haymon. Now, he was with Eddie Hearn, but that contract he had with Hearn was like a fight-by-fight basis, so it wasn't a long-term contract. So under Eddie Hearn, he did fight Malik Scott. Then he had a fight with David Allen, okay? And also he had one fight last year when he was still with Golden Boy when he beat Tony Thompson. So now he is with Al Haymon. Then I also just seen something pop up on Boxing Scene that there's a possibility that he can fight April 22nd on the Sean Porter, Andre Berto undercard. And the opponent that they're talking about is Derric Rossy. Now, some of you may look at Derric Rossy and say, oh, he's, you know, I'm going to let you guys know, man. If he does fight Derric Rossy and he doesn't come in shape and he's not taking it serious or you think it's a walk in the park, Derric Rossy will beat him. Or he will make it so ugly it'll go to a decision. He may win by a split decision if he doesn't take Derric Rossy serious. I've seen Derric. Now, I'm not trying to make Rossy out to be a world beater. He does have 12 losses. He's been in there with guys like Pulev and Glaskov and Trevor Bryan, Berman Stavern, Erkin Tepper, Eddie Chambers. But for example, like the fight with Erkin Tepper, I thought Rossy won that fight. The fight with Stavern, I didn't see that fight, but I did put the clip up on my page when Rossy did knock down Stavern in the first round with a right hand, a legit right hand to put him down. And then Stavern won the fight. But if you look at the scorecards, it was a very close fight. I didn't get to see the fight. So just based on him knocking down Stavern and it going the full distance and Stavern, you know, barely squeaking out a victory, let you know how tough that was. And then the Glaskov fight, I remember that fight. I believe that fight was on NBC. I think it was an NBC Sports fight. But I remember I thought that Glaskov won that fight. You know what I mean? So don't get fooled by the record. And he's strong and he's durable and he can take a punch. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see, man. I guess we will see if he does fight Rossy. But I expect him to get past Rossy no matter what Rossy brings. The best Rossy and the best Ortiz, I expect Ortiz to get past Rossy. Now, according to Boxing Scene, he turned 38 years old today. Some fans probably put an asterisk next to that age. A lot of people think he's a lot older than that. I've heard fighters, other heavyweights, Jarrell Miller in particular, joke around and say he's way older than that. But they're saying if he gets past Derric Rossy, he will line up something bigger for himself in the summertime. And we know Al Haymon has a lot of heavyweights that he can fight, man. Arthur Spilka, Dominic Brazil, Gerald Washington, so many different opportunities. And there's access to other fighters, you know, that he could fight. You know, even some of the guys that they were talking about him fighting when he was with Eddie Hearn, I still think some of those guys are a possibility over here. Jarrell Miller, I still think him fighting Dillian White could still happen, even though he's not with Hearn anymore. But I guess we'll see. You guys know how boxing is. We know that Luis Ortiz is the mandatory for the WBA, and we know that the winner out of Klitschko and Joshua, they have the IBF mandatory and the WBA. And from what I'm hearing, I believe the IBF mandatory, which is Kurbet Pulev, will get his title shot first against the Joshua Klitschko winner. So Ortiz will have to sit around and wait for that. And then if you look at the WBC rankings, the last time I checked, Luis Ortiz will be the next highest rated guy for that title too. I know Stavern has the mandatory slot to take on Wilder. The Wilder-Stavern winner, I'm expecting Luis Ortiz to try to fight that guy. So at some point, so I want to see Luis Ortiz in action. A lot of people probably, you know, they probably saying, oh, I don't want to see this fight. But put it like this. For me, yes, I want to see Luis Ortiz against the winner out of Stavern and Wilder. Or I want to see him fight the winner out of Parker, Fury, or Klitschko. I want to see all that stuff. But if you're asking me, do I want to see on April 22nd Luis Ortiz not fight or see him fight Derric Rossy? I'd rather see him fight Derric Rossy. You know what I mean? And I've actually, it's so funny. It's ironic because I've actually said this in a few videos just the last few weeks, talking about Derric Rossy matching him with other guys. And I kept saying that he's a higher tier journeyman. You know what I mean? So this will be some good work for Ortiz. I expect Rossy, if this fight takes place, to be durable and make it interesting. You know what I mean? But I expect Luis Ortiz to win that if he does fight April 22nd against Derric Rossy. But I just want to get this news out there, man, that Luis Ortiz has signed with Al Haymon. He is no longer with Eddie Hearn. That was just a fight-by-fight type of deal they had. So we'll see what happens with Luis Ortiz, man. Any other news that come out, I will let you guys know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.